but these people didn't knew that I was sick, that I had bipolar. So like this person, like after 1 hour, I'll call now my wife. Alipitia hapa sasa hii sisi mzee wake akasema nini mtengeneza geti. Tumeagree mpaka pay 50,000. Anataka 20,000 deposit and chuma. Hey, my wife anamwambia, "No, that person is sick." Ako wapi? Nikaenda huko nikamwambia, "There's this thing nasikia ni kweli." They in fact confessed by the. Nikamwambia atuongeange. Nikamwambia nasikia roho inaniambia na nikamwambia what you need to do, story of forgiveness. Jamaa kamili, and we read even by the Bible.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, guys, from wherever you're watching us. This is We Talk Show. I'm your host, Stephanie Macharia. Yet again, we are coming with a bang. Atuachi mpumzike. It is a bang, bang, bang. Bumper to bumper with you guys. Today is another episode again. We have another touching story from our special guest, Mr. James Aurora. He will introduce himself in a very, very short while. So stay tuned and be still. Welcome, Mr. James.
Thank you. My name is James Aurora. I come from Kisii County. I'm married, a father of 3. I work as an IT specialist in one of the leading IT firm in Eastern and Central Africa called Comtech Limited. And I'm based in KCB Bank as an HP service partner.
Okay. Oh, that's good. So now we want to share in your journey. You want to wear your shoes from when you're young till these James we are meeting today.
Okay.
Yes, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hey, thank you.
Welcome.
James Aurora grew up in a family of 6 members, whereby our first sister, or our firstborn, is a lady called Rachel. Then I have a twin brother called Abel. Rachel is a nurse by profession. She's residing in USA.
Okay.
And also my twin brother is also a teacher in Kisii, a high school teacher teaching in maths and chemistry. Then the immediate follower is called Dennis Aurora. He's also a teacher, teaching also in Kisii.
Why you didn't become a teacher? Everybody is a teacher.
Yes. Also the one following Dennis is also a teacher, an English teacher. Also the husband is also a teacher.
See?
Then the last one, the last one is also a teacher in
seriously?
high school. Yes, we have 4 teachers in our family, and also the husband is also a teacher.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, not they are teachers because my mom was also a teacher.
Why you didn't become a teacher?
From my side, I could see my mom. My mom was a very bright lady. May her soul rest in peace.
Oh, sorry.
She was very hardworking to start with. She was teaching in maths in class 8, to be more specific, and she was really tough, but she was so lovely to care to the students. Especially most of the people know that maths it's a very tough subject.
Yeah, especially
yes, but she could make students understand, love it, and at least make maths a subject to love. So I could see her like now the school where she was studying, since it was performing so well and she was an head mistress, she could come with around 60 exercise books at home
to mark.
So you find that around 2-3 people is come with exercise book, they drop them at home. So she has to come at home, prepare the supper for us, milk the cows. After now she starts to she will also sit at the table with us, marking the exercise books. So to me, I could see that she was really training, because also by 5 a.m. all for that she is already up. So from my side, I just said, I don't want to do a job like a teacher. I want to do a job whereby once I just finish work, I just leave it there.
You go and rest.
So I started in a school called Engoro Primary in Nyaribari Masaba, Kisii.
Okay.
I excelled well. I was with my twin brother Abel, but it happened that I was too bright than Abel. When we did the KCP in the year 1997. I was among the leading students from Nyasa province.
Oh.
Yes, I was called to Nyansionga boys. So when my twin brother saw that I want to a better school, he said, no, I want to repeat. I get at least the good marks. It's not that he really failed, but I was higher by around 70 marks.
Oh.
So he said that he want to repeat so that he can get the good marks, which he did. He really excelled as well. He joined Nyamaga boys.
He joined you?
No, it was
another
school. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So when I was in Form 2, he was already in Form 1.
Okay.
So when I finished in 201, so when I joined Nyansionga High School, there was a computer classes. So when I went there, I was in love with computer. As you all know that during those times, the computer was not like something which people had. It was something like an optional. It was very hard to find like someone like a people have a laptop like at home.
There are not
So
even laptops.
there are not even laptops, no phones. So the computer teacher was my good friend. At least I could see. Then I started loving the interest in computer. Then I just promised myself, once I just finish high school, I need to do something about computer. Because I got more interested about, because I could say how it repairs computers. So I had that passion of repairing computers. So I finished
your passion is not even playing with the computer, it's repairing. Okay.
Yes, when it comes to repairing computers, I just dismantle everything. Like I've seen your laptop there, it has an issue which I'll sort you.
Yeah,
but from your side you can't see. From your side you can't see. There's something called the Windows activation.
Even the fan actually has a problem.
I'll just sort it out, because if you see that error, like you need to activate your Windows. It means that whoever who installed the Windows was not genuine.
It's very old actually.
Because it needs to have like an activation key for you to be able to get the key from the Microsoft.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
So after high school, those years there was so many strikes. You see what I can just tell people, sometimes strike they also tend they can make bright students not to perform so well because you're also sent away. So when I completed the high school, those time when we were going to campus, it was not like now that you have to get during our time going to campus, it was a P-plane of 65 points. So me I scored a P-plane of 63 points.
Oh, less two.
Less two. So by that time you will not go the either you go to parallel or you go to encourage. And like now you find like you can get a student a C plus still going to campus. That time it was really tough.
And there's no compromise.
No compromise. It was very competitive.
Only two.
Only two.
Oh.
Even my brother missed, he was 64.
One.
So he had to go to parallel and do teaching. So from my side, I said I don't want to expense my parents for them to take me to parallel. So I decided I came to Kenya Polytechnic, now Technical University of Kenya. It's a very nice school. By that time, when I joined, it was really tough. With they don't really joke. When it comes to exams, it's exams. So I decided to take a part-time course, whereby now the sister who is in US, my elder sister, we were buddies. So when I completed high school, you see now from a boarding school, I'm not used to like the house of sharks, like running away with the cows, goats. You know, goats sometimes they just crazy. Now they just run over. So you're just here now, you're a rich kid. You're taking care of the goats. Hey, sometimes you get hungry. You can just eat the goat and feel like, hey, life was really tough. So my dad said like, you don't want to. In the first case, my dad didn't want me to come to Nairobi. He said, no, you have to stay here. So I was just at home, but my mind was not there. I was not like happy like working at home. You know, while at home, something came into me that we have land in Kisii and there's rain. Why can't I start my own business? In fact, I took a bold step. I approached my parents. My mom, she gave me some money. I went and bought tomato seedlings. I did like 2 acres of tomato by that time. And by that time, by the tomatoes was when the tomatoes were ready for harvesting. A crate was going for around 3,000, and I could harvest around 10 crates.
And you're in campus?
No, I'm not trying campus. I'm still in Kisii after high school. So I started hustling now from that time. So when I came to Nairobi, already I have my own money, and I could also find my sister who was hosting me.
What don't you have? You have milk. I'll buy the bread.
Yes, that's another thing. So then my sister now invited me to come to Nairobi. My first time, it was in the year 2002 now. So when I came to Nairobi 2002, I was aggressive. That's what I can say. And I was a risk taker. You know, by that time people were being told, hey, Nairobi is not a place whereby you move like each and place, so like you can just get somewhere, then you're lost. I remember there's my cousin who is also a technician. He's also a technician for the fridges. He also studied in Kenya Polytechnic, and he was doing so well. He's called Ken. Ken, he was also like my mentor, because I could see how he's doing things. But for him, he was an electrician stock a fridge technician. So I had the contacts from home. My dad had given me his number. I remember during that time I didn't have a phone, baby. We used to have these booth phones.
Yeah, booth.
Yeah, there's a time I came, I decided I called him to I went to town. We were staying in a place called AA. It's along Airport North Road, near Pipeline there. So that one morning I left my sister. No, my sister left for work. Then I had my plans to go and meet my cousin in Adams Arcade. Adams Arcade, I don't know where it's from. Kawatabla, I took a matatu, number 33, from Embakasu to Embaka town. I went to town, I asked, where number 46? I took Kawangwari. I went. Luckily enough, where I was called, that place it was called for the arcade. And I went straight. Luckily enough, when I entered into that building, I got my cousin coming out.
Saw him?
I saw him coming out. He took me, put me into his car. He took me. We had some lunch. Then after having some lunch, then he gave me some money. So then, like me, I don't know, like me, I just came home pretending that I was at home. Then like after a week also, I think the cousin called my sister. Hey, you see, you have been in Nairobi. You have never even come. Your brothers come here for a very short time. He has made the efforts of coming to see me. Then I'm like, hey, how did my sister know? So that's how I was aggressive from the start.
Okay.
So in the process now, in fact, I started now hustling on my own. My first work. Okay, all my first job, all my first employment, I got employment in a company called African Cotton Industries. They were making the tenor tissue, all flora
tissues.
Yes, tissues. I was there. I was there because now, you know, by that time I had not joined in college. I don't have papers. That's when it hit me like, hey, if this is how people really work. You don't have papers, you can be mistreated, somebody can tell you anything. No. I said I really want to work. So that one gave me now a motivation of deciding to go to school, but on part-time. At African Cotton, we used to do busy work. Busy work means that bale, it has 40 tissues. These 40 tissues, you are supposed to get like, once the tissues come from the factory, they don't have the wraps. There are tables, you just sit there. Then there are these wrappers. Is
the paper.
Here's the paper. You are supposed to go somewhere. There's a kadisha hapo, kuna brush. Unasukuma hizo those things. Vizuri unapaka glue kidogo tu at the edge. Then for the tenor tissue, if you are keen, they have the lines. At the edge, hii line ya mwisho inafaa ikuwe the same. So it was a tedious job because you have to do it perfectly, yeah. Because you make a mistake of like applying more glue, maybe ishikana hii tissue ya ndani, umeharibu mari sasa. So at times, as professor can come from nowhere. Then bring the nini here. Then you bought the tissues on the table. Then all of a sudden, all the tissues, they have been glued, now they're stick. That's a bit
All destroyed.
yes. Not all as such, but it's a crime because you can even be suspended for like 1 week because your work is not okay. So for the first time, if you're not perfect, sometimes it's something which can instill like stress in you. You see, it's not your wish. You are learning, and each day it's a learning process. But with the determination, I was able to do the work, and I was perfect in it. In fact, I was able to finish my work at 2.
Every day.
Every day, I was very fast, and I could go there. I help those new people. Just I showed them how to do the work. In fact, I even graduated because there's a time they even brought a new machine whereby now they just indicate the expiry date and the manufacturing date. So since I was a go-getter, I was able to know the process, how it's being operated. So I graduated from a cash owner to like a machine operator. So at least now even now the terms improved, because when you are like going to this person of like doing the packaging, the payment was not all that well, because I started, it was around 195 shillings by that time.
Per month?
Per day.
Oh, per day.
Then you are supposed to work for 8 hours. Sometimes if you are not fast enough, you can still like even some bills at that. Sometimes you go, the machine has a breakdown. So it does. It had its own challenges, so you have to persevere. But it made me also learn how to appreciate people. I remember one guy called Meshach. Meshach was a supervisor. I'm really grateful for that guy. This guy, he really understood my case, because I could tell him, I need to go to class. Sometimes he could come and tell me, James, just go home, boy. That time, maybe if the machine has an issue, so I have not met my target, you could understand and release me to go back to class. So that's why I was able to do my diploma in computer engineering at Kenya Polytechnic, whereby I excelled well. At least now when I graduated, I was able to now to get now like a more offer. That's when I started now looking for more opportunities. That's when I went for a company called Combitech Limited. So when I went there, in fact, I met a guy who's a security man, and it happened that he comes from my place. So when I introduced myself, in fact, he was so supportive to me. He introduced me to the human resource manager. After doing papers for a week, I got a call. Oh, James, we have a job and we require you to come for an interview. I did an interview. It was my first interview for an IT. I'm fresh from college, but I was able to learn. My first assignment, we were sent. It's called by that time it was called Airtel Kenya. We were sent there to do the servicing of for the computers, which we did so well, because in IT it's called preventive maintenance, whereby you are preventing a machine from breaking down by servicing it. Yes, whereby now most of the companies, at least now for those who know the importance of the preventive maintenance, they are they do it like in quarterly after 3 months, depending on the environment. I did that job with my whole heart. And you know, that time, it's not all that an easy job, because at times you get rude users. At times you get very complicated users. Somebody can tell you that it's better now you just come from my machine maybe at 1 a.m. At 1 a.m. in the lessons also you are supposed to go to break for lunch. But now it's now upon you, now you take that initiative, you'll be there by 1 p.m. And you take the machine, you service it. Some of them, you can just find a machine like it's placed this side. You can just find like a pet user. He comes complain, oh, my machine was not placed here. We have disarranged my desk. So in the process, after doing the work for 3 months, we were a group of 12 guys. I'm happy to tell you that after those 3 months, in fact, we were only chosen 2 guys from that team.
Wow. And you're among the 2?
And I was among the 2.
Oh, nice.
So I was retained. Now I was able now to be taken out now to the processes of training. We have the HP get me trainings on how to service machines, do the repairs, whereby it also gave me like a scope of so many companies. Like now, it gave me an avenue to go to Kenya Airways, even UNEP. We have done all jobs there, NCBA Bank, DTB Bank, and Serena Hotels.
Oh, nice places, eh?
Yeah. So in the present now, to come down to my sickness now, it was in 2009.
Okay.
When I was sent to Nakuru to do some preventive maintenance for Airtel Kenya. So when I was sent, I was still in town. My day was just okay. I was feeling well, but I could feel some fatigue. I feel too into my shock. I don't know what's happening. Some fatigue. I sleep in a car. Even my phone falling down. Then by that time there was my cousin who was having a company for the real estate in Monero Fair Street. So I could go there. There was a contract which we were working on for servicing of the computers for, by then it was called Eldoret Municipal Council, before these counties came. So I could feel like I'm happy. I'm extremely happy. I could see that we have won these contracts. I've got good money. Literally, I know that I have already been sick. So when I took a matatu now from town to Nakuru. When I reached in Nakuru, that's not 2009, I had my belongings, even the work tools. Reaching in Nakuru, I went to a certain eatery. I remember buying some people food.
Just strangers?
Yes. I bought them food there, then I went.
You didn't eat?
I ate.
Okay.
Yeah, I ate nyama choma, then I just went. So in the process, all I just remember, I could go, I could feel like I'm high, I'm too jovial. Then I could go, I remember I left my bag in a certain shop, my coat in a certain, yani, hivyo. So when I went in that night, I went to a club. I started now telling people they take alcohol, I'll buy for them. Me, I was not taking alcohol.
You don't
I was taking actually a drink called Novida. If you don't remember.
Yeah, I remember it. Fruits.
Yes,
mostly,
yes. I was taking only Novida. So in the process now, me, I don't know. Something happened. So I got like the bonus coming on me. I was wondering what's now the problem. So the bonus came on me. They took me. There was a police car outside there. I was taken to the police. So it's like maybe I was telling people to drink beer, and I had no, and I refused to pay the bill. But I was also being defensive because I didn't know that I've already have that condition called bipolar. So when I was taken to the police station now, I stayed there at the police station. I'm just making noise. Why am I being arrested? What's the issue? So there was my uncle who was an MP by that time. I just dragged it. I can just call my uncle now and you get arrested. So these policemen, I think they got scared. In fact, they released me it was around 3 a.m. I don't know, but it was around that time. Because I walked from the police station in Nakuru Central. It is just within the town. Me, I just walked within that town. Where I was heading, I don't even know. In fact, I got lost. I got lost for, I don't know, I went, the only thing I remember, I had a phone, those phones for sliding. That phone I remember, I gave to a certain babe, for a certain boy. He gave me a story. He was been sent to G for some burger with the auntie. He stays with the aunt, G, Marikiti. I remember I removed the SIM card, I gave him my phone.
Just like that?
Just like that. I went.
What do you mean you gave him your phone?
I just decided because the boy told me that he was staying with the aunt, and the aunt was like mistreating her. So it was around 5 a.m. He had already been woken up to go for groceries. So I felt for him. I felt like by me giving my phone, I'll be like helping him. So I had to give my phone. I went on with my journey. So when I went, it was around 7 a.m. That's when I found myself in a kiosk where mandasi was being cooked and some tea. I remember I took tea. When I took tea, there was a machine which I had. It's called a blower, the one for blowing the dust. I don't know. That's where I left that blower. That's how that blower got lost. And that blower, but it's expensive. It's around 30,000. And without machine, I can't do any work. So the blower got lost. My bag of clothes, I don't know where I left them. I was just myself. So now, then I would shoot money from my account using my ATM. Withdrawing the money, spending. Withdrawing, spending. Until now, my ATM was locked now. So I could not access any money. So in the process, that's when I decided I saw a car of Airtel Kenya along Kenyatta Avenue. So when I went there, because now the manager knew me, I was dirty. Hey,
For those days you've been living, where are you sleeping?
I don't know where I was sleeping, but I just felt like I'm now sick. I had fatigue. The first thing I told the manager, buy me food and take me to hospital. I'm sick. So when the manager saw me, like, she was like shocked. In fact, now she ordered for me some food. Then she told she called for an ambulance. She took me to hospital at a Fare Medical Hospital, where I was hospitalized for around 2 weeks.
That is in Nakuru.
Nakuru. That's when now my employer now was contacted that now James has been traced after going missing for like 3 days. Now at least now they started now treating me. Now that's when they called now my dad. We need James. Okay, we need you at Nakuru. Your son James is here, and we need you urgently. So my dad was like, "Is my son dead? Why am I being told urgently?" And my son sits in Nairobi, but he knew that I used to go move around because of work. So when I was talking to my dad saying that it was one of the longest journey ever, because it was like a phone was like, "Ling, come for your son." He didn't know what was happening. So in the process, when my dad came, when now he saw me that I was alive, I was talking, I was okay. At least now relief came. But not the thing was like I was talking too much. I was high. I was not talking much, but I'm just okay. I was put on medication. That's when now they had to look for a doctor, a psychiatrist now, at least now to ascertain what's now the issue. They managed to get a doctor called Dr. Njenga in Nakuru. He was a very good doctor. He came, at least now he diagnosed me with bipolar 1 disorder. So when he diagnosed me with bipolar, I couldn't understand what is bipolar. So I'm hearing, oh, bipolar, do what. But now the issue was, all the main challenge was, my memory was very sharp, very fresh. A doctor can come, for a doctor, for a mental case, you don't have that consistency of memory. Someone could call you like, could come, like now, then he could tell you, have you ever seen me somewhere? So you don't have that good memory, or you have a memory lapse. It's very hard for you to remember. But not for me, I could remember everything. I could tell the doctor, I know you are Dr. Nzenga, you're a psychiatrist, you were wearing yesterday this. You took even my pressure, it was reading this, so it was something which was very strange because they could not understand how comes I know these things.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, there's a problem, but they are not able to know what the real issue was. That's when I was discharged after 2 weeks. After being discharged for 2 weeks, I was taken to Kisii home. But I didn't go to my home, to my rural home. I was taken to my sister, now the elder sister who is in the US. My sister was staying by that time in Kisii town. So that's when I stayed there in Kisii town I actually stayed there for 1 night. Yes, it was for 1 night. That 1 night, it was terrible. Because, they say that, hey, this son of ours, it's like he has been bewitched. I stayed in Kisii for almost like, at my sister's place for like 4 days. I remember my late grandmom, now a father to a mom to my dad. She was old, but she was around 80. She came all the way from a distance of around 30 kilometers to come and see me. There was some aunts of mine, they didn't even come to see me. So when now they didn't come to see me, you know I was saying, Auntie Nani is a witch. You know, if somebody is sick and yeah, is saying that you are a witch, you just feel like you have that fear in you.
Yeah.
But in the lesson that they were not witches, but it is just that I had a condition which I had not known what was the condition by that time. So like after the 4th day, when I was sleeping at my sister's place, something came up. I just decided disarranging the house at night. You know those cupboards where you just find there's a small cupboard and there's that upper cupboard.
Yeah.
I had to lift that big cupboard around and put it aside. I asked my sis, you say that you are very clean. What's this? See, dust here everywhere. I did now I started now doing now the cleaning of the cupboard, washing. So my sister is scared. She has like an 8-month-old baby. The husband was working. Now she's calling now my daddy. Daddy kuja haki nini. So she's scared, even now the neighbors. So the neighbors are just looking at the window. What's happening? It was a very bad experience. So that's when I was taken. Now from then I was taken out with my uncles. Even now my uncle, my uncles now from my mom's side, they came around 6, very early. So now they just said, hey, now how do we do now? That's when I was taken to, there's a mganga working. There was my uncle who had also had a mental illness after coming from abroad. He was studying in India. For him, I think it was also bipolar, but he was treated and they got healed. But now because of the belief that now the guy got better now, they just said, why don't you take him to that muganga? Funny enough, I didn't even know that muganga. When they took me there, on our way there.
Did you know you have been taken to muganga?
Yes, I just told them, this guy you are taking me, he can't heal me. So this guy's what? How did he come to know that? In fact, when they're like, after giving me the medicine, nothing even worked. Things were even getting worse. So when now my twin brother was told that James is sick, you know, you could not believe, because all along I've never been sick. I've never had this condition. It's a condition which I started now, like after like 20 plus years. So when my brother saw me, he was crying. He was crying. Then you see now this condition is like it's a condition which you can even harm yourself, and even the people who are around you, you can also harm them. Then you find that during that time you have like much energy, extra energies. So it was now a difficult decision. That's when another decision was made. I was told that they can take me to Nakuru for like a rehabilitation center, mental center. I spent the night there, but all I remember was I was injected on my right leg a very big syringe. So I slept. So when I slept, now my parents came tomorrow. I had some nice clothes, very smart. So when now my parents came tomorrow, they found me in tatters. I had already given my clothes to those people in there.
You gave out your clothes?
I gave out my clothes, my sweater, everything. I gave them out to them. Now I'm in those tatters. I'm very dirty. Hey, when my mom saw me now, I'm not looking like a madman. Hey. So now the issue was, now that leg where I was injected, I could not even now move. I'm not in pain. Hey, my dad was so much upset. He said, hey, so you put our son here now, you don't even want to care. It was a very bad thing, because now my dad was even fearless. He wanted even to enter those to those who had to have my clothes, but now my clothes were, I think it's very hard now. I actually, they actually now had now to buy for me new clothes, because it's very hard even for them to get the clothes from
ask
these people.
from them.
Yes, that's when I was transferred now to a different facility, where now I was being taken care of under now Dr. Ian Njenga now. The psychiatrist, at least I was able, at least I was not stable. Then I was taken now. From then I was now on medication. I could go for medication. So I reported to work after 2 weeks time. So after reporting to work, after 2 weeks time, something came up. I felt like I don't have energy to work. I felt like there is no need of working. So that's when now they just came to know that, hey, the son is not all doing all that well. So that's when I was in the process of that. Before now my dad came. I could go to work. I come home, I sleep maybe around 11, 12. I could wake up, I disappear. Where I'm going, I don't know. I get lost for like the whole day. Maybe I come like the next day in the afternoon. Where I was, I can't tell you.
But you'll remember to come back home?
Yes, I could just come home. So that's when the parent thought it's very risky for me, especially in this Nairobi now, since I'm sick and not all people can know that maybe you are not mentally okay. That's when now they said now they take me home. At least I get medication now from home. So from home down now, that's when I was taken now. I was now under now the care of now my dad. So in the process of at home now, I had my grandmother. You know, the ancient people believed in like this herbal medicine. They tried to give me like this herbal medicine. They didn't work, but I just say from my side it's God's grace, because I can't say that it's the herbals which worked for me. The year of 2009. The year of 2009. I stayed at home by then. After staying at home, I was staying at home, but it was not easy to manage me because at times I could wake up even at night, because one major sign for somebody who has bipolar is lack of sleep. It's not normal for you. You can just sleep the whole day, ujalala, ukotosa, and you don't feel anything. So I could tell my brother, ninamwacha hapa kwa kitanda. Kama nikifungua amenifungia hapa, ninamnyang'anya. I just open the door. I go. Nanda to the marketing center.
So you amekufungia ati na amefika funguo.
And it was night. And it was night. And it was nice. You know, now they had not to move for me to. Okay, from where we were staying, in Kisii we have those huts for the young guys, whereby there's it's not like a window is not made of the grills. It is just that window which you just open then you go. So now they had now to move me to the house where my parents were constructing. At least now it had the grills and they still do. So that I don't escape, but I could still manage to escape. Because I could see my brother has slept. I tell him I just opened the gate, I go. That night. It was not all that easy, because it was not easy, so easy.
And was it something you're thinking about, like you're sleeping, you're like, should I go out? Or you just stand up and you just start walking?
No, it's something that number one, you see, it's not like it's something like I wanted to go out because I was not a drinking person. It's just like I'm bored, I just want to get out. I go. But where I'm going, I don't know where I'm going. But I used to prefer like there's this many clubs where they could play some music. I could go there, I stay there. I drink my soda, then some water. I love. That's where I could find my comfort. Then there is this guy who was having that club. He was actually a friend now to my dad. So each and every time I could just walk, I just go there. So even the waiters, even the managers, they just knew me. The moment I could just go there, this guy could just say, hey, have you eaten? Ninakula. I drink everything what I want. And it's now to make me busy, so that now they will now call my daddy to come now for me.
Okay.
That's when now the year 2009. So through God's favor, I got healed. At least now I was able. but I was still on drugs. But when I wanted to come back to Nairobi, still my mom was not like, she really felt that I should come to work. She really felt safe at that. But I stay at home because the way I was so sick, it was not an easy. And like somebody who has not had an issue, but from nowhere, it developed like a condition. You know, sometimes you ask yourself, men answer that questions. Then by that time when I got sick, that's when my mom was due for retiring now. So now you can just say like, hey, why is it like this disease? It's coming now. I'm planning to retire. Is it something which is human or it's something which is so
Spiritual.
something? Spiritual, but I just say it's God. Everything it's God. During that time, my mom, their contract was extended by the late President Kibaki for the next 5 years. So my mom retired in 2014, about 2015. That's when, actually 2015. That's when she retired. So from there now, I decided now it's not better to stay at home. That's when I decided now to come to Nairobi now. Coming to Nairobi, that's when I came out, I stayed with my sis. And I stayed with my sis. Now you see now the cousin I was staying with, he had all my items. Like my personal items, my furniture, electronics, everything. So when I went, I found the guy, he had already left now the house which I was staying, because he was not able to afford
the rent
to a Mabati house, a tin house. So now you see the guy, he was married and he was my cousin. I had now to leave everything enough for him. So it's like I started now like life afresh. So in the process of staying with my sister was also overwhelmed in a way because she was also taking care of her 2 children who were orphans. The brother-in-law, there was a brother-in-law who had died of HIV. So she decided to take care of the kids. So it was it was overwhelming for her because of the income by that time, because she was working in a pharmacy for someone. So, but through that big heart, which she had, and then now the kids now all of them now they have completed colleges as we speak. Yes, and through that, being now a kind-hearted person, she also got like more offers even to go to the USA.
Nice.
So in the process now, like when I moved now, I just said, hey, here, I'm not comfortable. There was a cousin of mine who was called Jeff. I once also accommodated for almost 1.5 years at my place. I thought, why don't I go even to Jeff, then we stay with him. Steph, I can tell you, like, the way you treat others, don't expect them that to treat you the same.
Exactly, it's true.
So when I went to Jeff, life was not all that same again, because when I was accommodating Jeff, I could make sure like he's
okay.
To me. He's okay. He could even go to a nearby shop, even borrow something, anything. But when I came here, life was difficult for us. Sometimes Jeff could even go outside and have like dinner somewhere. He doesn't care, like I've eaten in the house. Then you see this in the house. In fact, now we didn't have like a stove. So I had now to tell my mom, hey, here we don't have like even a stove. In fact, it's now my late mom who sent me 20,000. I managed to buy a gas. I put a table, some chairs, so at least now I could cook in the house. I stayed there for a moment. Through God's grace, I managed now to go to...
And when you cook, is he eating?
Yes, he'll eat. He'll eat. He'll eat. One thing I was taught, it's good to be generous.
Yeah.
So in the process now, after staying there, I was still as solely now I had now to go back to the employer. They managed now to take me back again. But before that, I was employed in one of my cousins' company. It was a real estate company. This cousin of mine was doing so well, but now the major downfall for him was women and alcohol. He could make some good money, but now overspending. As we speak now, the guy is ladies training, and in fact now he even ended up even actually no, they was not even drinking alcohol, but as we speak now he smokes, he takes alcohol, because even the family even the wife they parted with. So sometimes I do tend to talk to him because at least I can feel their pressure. So that's when at least I came to know at times money and pressure, they don't go along with. You at least you need to plan yourself. If you get a chance of maybe making money, it's better you find a way of investing the right way. So later now, that's when I call now the former employer where I was working. They were able now to retain me now back. So after retaining me back, that's when now from then it's now from 2012. Still I'm with the same employer.
Since 2012?
No, I joined them in 2005.
Wow.
Yeah.
Over 20 something years. Nice.
Still I'm with them. So you see there's that back when I was sick, I was away. So now that's when now.
Then there are good people if they took you back okay.
So they are good people. At least now that's when I was able now to be reconsidered again. Then when they got an offer at KSB Bank, in fact now my CEO in fact proposed, he said, James, I think he can do the work. Then I have invested in there for over 6 years now. And most of the people there think that I'm part of the KCB Bank staff. Because if it's an access, if it's a card, I have a card. I can log into their systems. I sort them out. Yes, and they are good employers by them. The reason as why I'm saying this, in fact, they are really following something called mental health. Like as we speak, I'm interacted with a few people there who have like who have had like mental health issues. They have been assisted. They have gone to Chiromo, and Chiromo is a very good like a mental health hub, like here in Kenya.
Your story is interesting. So did you ever get sick again in the other episode?
Yes, after 2009 now, I had an episode in 2020.
2020?
August. Yes, August. This episode was triggered by my mom passed on 2020, August on 30th.
Sorry.
Yes, I was staying with her in my house in Comoros. So that time of COVID, she had an issue with the heart. One of the heart valves was blocked. So she was put on blood thinners. So at times she could get sick. She gets a mild stroke, but it was well managed. She was seeing a doctor called Dr. Nyamu. But if you remember, there is a time there were no going out of the country. There were no lockdown. Yeah. So she was meant to go for India for an open heart surgery. Unfortunately, it never happened due to the lockdown. So when she was at my place, it was on August. She got like an heart attack, which was mild. So when she called for help, that when I was able we were able to go to hospital. It's called Metropolitan in Buruburu. That time it was at night. No, it's a lockdown, even the cars were not coming, but I requested my law, we went to the hospital. But during that time, one thing I just remember, there was much stigma, especially to patients who had like respiratory issues, because most of the hospitals were taking advantage. Whenever you had an issue with the respiratory issue, they were just saying suspected COVID. They have not tested, but when they just
quarantine.
Yes. So we were put in much trauma by that time, because the doctor came like now there's a doctor who came. They said it's the cardiologist, but she was behaving. I didn't even like it at all, because we had all the papers, and for a doctor who knows like an issue like breathing difficulties, it's something like with the heart. So when my mom was put on medication, by that night, it's at night.
Mhm.
These people, instead of even addressing even the patient at first,
Mhm.
they are like asking you, like you are supposed to make a deposit of 100,000
Before they.
before they do anything. Then you are like, were you even planning for this disease so that you can put this money in the house?
Exactly. And there's
it's not your time.
lockdown.
Yeah,
You
it's
cannot
lockdown,
even.
yes.
Mhm.
So we had to convince them. At least we were able to raise 50,000. My mom was put on medication. At least now we were. But one thing I can say, within those 3 days,
Mhm.
it was much trauma. Because for the 3 days, the bill was coming to 375,000.
Only 3 days.
3 days. Yes, because she was put on oxygen
Mhm.
and she was put on ICU for 3 days, for 2 days.
Mhm.
The bill skyrocketed to 375,000. Even the people around there, they were asking, the cashiers were asking, make sure you check your bills each day. Then we were like, why is it that they are telling us that we check our bills?
Mhm.
So from our side, we just said we can't manage, because even the management of that also, even before we transferred our mom from there,
Mhm.
it was really tough for us,
Mhm.
because somebody is not even like understanding you have a patient. The bill itself, it's manipulated.
Mhm.
But we managed to transfer to Kenyatta
Mhm.
private wing. But in private wing, you need also to pay a deposit of 100,000 private wing, which we did. The mom was admitted there. But within the period of 3 days, at least we saw change. With them, they don't rely on the reports from the other hospitals.
They do their
If
tests.
it's an issue, they just say, if it's an issue with the heart, they just find the cardiologist, learn on doctor for the kidneys, physician, and the psychiatrist. Within 3 days, they recommended for a dialysis for her. They did the dialysis, the kidneys were okay. But on that hospital, they were saying the kidneys have failed. She has multiple organ failure, blah, 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 blah. Within 3 days, the fourth day, my mom was up from a coma. She was not able to talk, and then now she could talk.
Wow.
Things, yeah.
And in Metropolitan, they had said everything is.
Yeah. So she was able to talk, and then now she could share the main things. In fact, now she was telling them, now, most of the things, if you want to know, ask Nani, James. And it was very true. Me, my mom, even the bank account, even the pins, because now she was a teacher. Now you say now for the circles. During that time of COVID, now you know, now they were doing like an online banking.
Yeah.
I knew her pins, everything. At least one thing I can just say, I didn't have the best for her, but I think now that attachment I had for her, that trauma, I really wished her to stay much longer with us. Unfortunately, now she left it.
After getting better.
After getting better, that's when now after 3 weeks now, that's when now she started feeling like weak. When she was taken for to the ICU again, that's when now she passed on the following day by noon.
Sorry about
then
that.
now the problem was like that valve, it went and busted. So she had like an internal bleeding. So there was no way she could be saved now. Now that period of morning now, preparing for a final resting place, you see now the bill was coming to around 1.2 million. And then it's a time of COVID. There were no physical meeting. So in the process, I think I strained a lot. So in the process, that's when it was triggered. So when we were going to Kisi for the burial, a day two, that's when now I had an episode. It was a bad one. My heart was really shaking me. In fact, when we were even going to home, it's only that my sister knew that James is not well. So that's when she went to, the doctor was taking care of mom when she was at Kenyatta. At least now they were able not to give me some medicines so that I can sleep. At least I slept, but even going home, when the burial was being done, I was even asleep. In fact, I woke up like 1 p.m.
After the burial.
Because I was very hostile. I said, I was talking much. I was saying I don't want to see those politicians, because those politicians, they were to come to the matanga and talk many things there. When we needed them, like for support, they were not there for us. Because my dad was a politician, was a counselor. So we were expecting the politician to come. So I think now they feared that thing. So they gave me some medication in the morning. So I slept. But the burial ended so well. We finished up. I took a leave of 1 month from work. Even from work, by then I said I wanted to resign.
Why?
I told my employer I was depressed. I told them, if my mom has died, I don't see even the need of working. Yes. Then I think they also mistreated me in a way that since I was the only one who was doing that work, I think now they had that fear that if James goes for a month, who is going to do for us this work? So instead of mourning, I was much really concerned with making things and working enough for them. So I expected that after working enough for them, and since now the bill was very high, I expected him at least now to chip in and support him in something at least which can make a difference. So when you were when you were getting our mom out of the mob, that's when now the employer brought around. It was around 60,000. I told her I don't need that man. Just take it back. I was very bitter about them. I went and finished up the burial. Then I came back. At least now we talked with the CEO. At least he understood. Yes, at least now from 2020, at least I have had around 3 episodes, if I'm not wrong. But I'm managing. But the last episode was on October.
This year?
Yes, this year. And currently I'm on tracks.
Wow, what a journey. It seems hard, or it sounds very, very hard. So what type of bipolar? Because according to what I've known or heard is that there are 3 types of bipolar or something. So which type are you?
Me, I'm bipolar 1.
1. The maniac?
Maniac, yes.
Ah, okay. So what are the symptoms and how do you know someone is bipolar?
Okay, if I can see number 1 symptom for someone who is bipolar, someone is aggressive. You are aggressive, you feel like you have much energy. You feel like you can, you just feel like you have much extra energies, which needs, you just feel like you are just high.
So like the aggressive, is it violence or?
Yes, being aggressive now, you are now like violent. You feel like you can just fight. In case by any chance if someone like talks something bad to you, you can just feel like you like to fight him or that. You feel like if you have decided to do something, you feel like it's you who is right. Nobody is supposed to like now to advise you or to talk to you.
Okay. And how do you see like the mental health in Kenya? How is it managed according to you?
According to me, what I can say, mental health in Kenya, it's poorly like addressed to. Like this time we went for a certain mental health in Nairobi Hospital. It was being sponsored by Nation Media. You know, there are so many proposals because the many people who had attended the event are the victims now. So when the victims were saying, you could just find like someone from nowhere comes and saying like in the morning I woke up very early, but I felt like I should kill myself. You know, for a normal person, you cannot understand what is this person talking
Why would
about.
he want to kill himself?
Because of the depression. Someone is depressed. So the mind is telling her, for your problems to be solved, it's better you die. That's why you see most of the people who kill themselves in Kenya or like in these days, because like a normal human person, it's very hard for you to kill yourself. But for somebody who has a mental illness, it's something very easy because you don't see anything bigger than that. Cause you see like somebody who has like bipolar, you do know you have like an extra cheese. You can even jump from second floor, like a ground floor. You don't see it as a big deal.
Wow.
So in the process, you can just harm yourself without even knowing. Then there's that mind. Okay, there's that that sign. You feel like someone young and you just want to feel like you want to inflict harm to you.
So there's that bipolar that is like psychotic. They want to kill.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like now for the mental health in Kenya, what I can just say, it's not addressed in the legal way, because you find like the cost implication in it, it's very high, and you find like most of the insurances, they don't like have that cover for the
Mental.
psychiatrist or the mental. Like now for my case, I have a medical cover with general assurance for the company I'm working with, but you find like that amount which you pay for the psychiatrist, it's not being addressed, or it's not being charged from the card. You have to pay it in cash. So I'm asking like, what if like for a poor person living maybe in Mathare slums and has a mental issue, is it really easy for him or her to get any assistance with the right medical facility? So for me, like I was advocating like maybe our government meet like with the right stakeholders and address the mental health in Kenya, because most of the people are affected and they are not aware that they are sick.
Okay. Yeah, and what about Mathare? Mathare, I think, is more popular. People know it, and I think people don't even know of rehabs. They only think if someone has mental, is Mathare.
Yes, like okay, Mathare is like a mental health facility, but you see now with the name itself, as I said, like there is that many stigmatization associated with Mathare, or like somebody who has like a mental issue. That is the first aspect in Kenya. Whenever you have like an issue with like mental health, people don't feel like open to share their mental health status. First of all, I started with myself. When I was diagnosed with the condition, I didn't want people to know my condition. Until now, when I just read about the condition, and one thing about bipolar, bipolar has no cure. If you don't know,
it's a lifetime disease.
It's a lifetime disease. The only thing you can do about with it is you manage to live with it. Because if somebody is drinking alcohol and has bipolar, maybe, and someone has bipolar and is not drinking alcohol, and maybe taking, because you see like caffeine, you see like this coffee. See, coffee, it has caffeine.
Yeah.
For somebody who is taking coffee and has bipolar, it's more likely to trigger the bipolar. So there are some things you need to avoid. Kapsa kama coffee, like now for my case, I don't take coffee by the I left.
Alcohol also.
Alcohol also, I don't take alcohol. Because the moment you are in that mood, it triggers the moods. And maybe from my side, you asked me a question about the signs. Maybe I can just share them with you this time, because I had already. Because most of the people can be sick, and they don't know that they are sick.
Yeah,
in
true.
this sense, they are sick and they need medical advice. And also, like I said, like getting the right medical attention. You see, like I just say like this. Suppose like my parents were that type of people, because at home I remember when I got sick the first time, people were talking so many stories. Oh, this boy, maybe he has gone to Nairobi, he has tested Bangi, and in my real life I've never tested it, even in Bangi. So you just find yourself. People can talk many things because they have so many stories associated with like
and they don't understand.
Bipolar, and they don't understand what's happening. because somebody in Kisii, in Kisii they believe like uchawi. So whenever they see like a madman, hey, huyu amerogwa. In the defense, somebody is okay. It's only that anataka about the right medication. Because now since now I discovered myself about the bipolar, I tend to do more research about what's bipolar, what are the causes. Like among the symptoms, which one can see the mood. Mood swings, sadness, elevated mood, anger, anxiety, apathy, oppression, euphoria, general discontent, guilt, hopelessness, loss of interest, and lack of interest or pleasure in activities. You can find there's something which you did like many years ago. So when you are in this mood swing, sometimes now you just find like you just remember this thing. Then you just feel like you feel sorry you did this. No, it's one of the condition. It's one of the condition. Like now for my case on the last episode which I had, me I did not have been sick. When my twin brother called me, I started crying. The reason as why I'm crying, I don't know, but I just feel like I just feel there is something disturbing me. There's behavior change, irritability, risk-taking behaviors, disorganized behavior, aggression, agitation, crying. You see that in conversation will be crying, excessive desire of sex, hyperlaxity, embarrassivity, all self-harm. You feel you are so high. So it's something, it's like your mindset. They make what triggered. Then we have those cognitive, like unwanted thoughts, delusions, lack of concentration, lacing thoughts, slowness in activity, or false belief of superiority. When we went, I want to talk on this point of delusion. You see, for my case, like now, I like giving myself with this example. Maybe when I have in this mood, I just feel like I'm a politician. I just feel like I'm a politician. Meaning I'm gonna be I just want to aspire for an MP. And you cannot remember me from that point. I just feel like I just want to be like an MP. So it's one condition. Generally, delusive thoughts. No, no, delusive thoughts is whereby you are just staying in things which are not even existing in the real sense. But uko hapo. So by someone like umwambie like this thing haiko, hautawezana unless umpatie dawa ndio alisa cool down ndio alale. Then there's thing called psychological depression, manic episode, agitated depression, or paranoia. Then we have sleep, difficult falling asleep, all excess sleepless. You can just find like there's someone like akotu macho aladi. This case is with me. When I'm sick, I don't fall asleep. Kapsa.
Like how many days?
I can say like I can sleep for like nasaka hivyo macho. Maybe nilale kwenda 4-5 hapo. I just like being online. Nasaka online 3 weeks sisikii tu nilike tu wewe. Nikai online mpaka around kama 4 a.m. 4 a.m. So one sign ya kwangu ukiniona kama niko online sana hivyo mpaka saa 6 saa 7 I'm just leaning. That's one bad sign. I should see a doctor. Something not adding up. But now I've known now my condition now. So if I'm not taking drugs, I know the medication. And also the medication in Kenya is made in a way that these drugs for the mental health people. Sorry to say this. I was talking to one of the doctors. These drugs, they are really abused by people because you find that somebody has not like a mental issue, but since he knows someone working in an hospital, he can go and buy this drug from them. These are the drugs unasikianga ati mtu ameweka ya nini mchele.
They're mental?
Yes. They are those drugs. Hiyo ndo dawa unaekea sasa
unalala. Ndio zitumiwa na really?
Ndio hizo. if you don't know, like now the drugs now the ones I have, like now my prescription now hivi, if I send you to any chemist you can't buy, and these drugs they are not found like in these local pharmacies. You have to go to town, and without the prescription of the like a recognized psychiatrist, they can't sell you that drug.
But how are people getting them so easily? Wanaekea watu hiyo mchele.
See from the hizo pharmacies. So that if you find someone working in Transcam town, sisi kuna namna pepe hata ni pesa. Anaenda. I need that drug. Because that drug like if I let it in your drink now sai hapa utalala. And there's a chance like unazalala like for even 2 days. You just feel like ulale utaki hata uamke. Like see you kama like if I'm working, I take the drug like kama 25 mg. So kama jana nimekunywa 50 mg ya nini quit pill. So nimesikia like nimelala the whole night. Nimeamka nimekunywa breakfast but still bado nika bed bado. So there was a chance that ningelala even 4. Now you don't feel like hata
And is it like a drug you're prescribed you have to take every day, ama is when you have an episode?
Mostly like for these drugs, what happens when you have a mania? See, you see like it depends. When you have a mania, let's say now I have a mania, it's being managed or it's being suppressed. So like when I was taking the quit pin, I started with 300 mg. Usually the first time when I had that attack, I was at home. Then I took 600 mg. You know that's a very big dose. But still I was not able to sleep.
600.
I took 300, still selali, nikakunywa 310, using 600 mg. That's a dose where saying ikikupea pesa is a normal person unaweza sleep for even 1 week.
1 week bila kuamka.
So kesho yake sasa ndio naamka sasa nasikia like hapana. Naamka I need to go to work but nasikia niko dizzy kesho yake. So that's when my wife called now the office. James is not doing so well. As I told her the story. So when that day I relaxed at home because I had the medication I just took. I just said now I'm just okay. Following day I told my wife no, I want to escort the kids to school. That's when I took the kids to school. I'm just normal. Okay, like you can't see that there is something missing. I went to the class teachers of my kids. I inquired about their performance. I even went there to the principal of the school. We shared in the process. Me I work in that IT company. I promised him by the a laptop. I told him I'll give you a good laptop. I went missing from year 6:30. Nilipotea mpaka around kama 12. My wife had like when James alienda happy because she knows my condition better, and I thank God that I have a supportive wife. Si akaanza kunitafuta sasa. Kwani alienda town, alienda happy. Then you see where I stay in Kamli, it's a place in bado ndio watu bado hawatajenga. Nilienda nikatembea. I remember nilienda there was a but a Bipolar something is that this which is very funny. After me, I know all this places where I went. I was not like place mbali sana hivyo. Me, I moved from the school. I went to the police station.
Police station.
Nikapata na madam fulani hapo. So when I went there, I immediately nikachukua PPC. You see these government offices the way they are. At a police station unapata mabati ina rig. Utaona vitu sana mambo. Na hapa sasa mnafanya nyaje nini kazi. So I have that effort for them. Nikamwambia no. I think I should fight for MB in this constituency. I'll build for you this wooden. Funny enough, this police aliamini. Kwanza nikatoa 500. Akika mtatu nasikia kunywa chai. I'll come. So namwambia sasa ananiambia naye ni nani? So namwambia tu story ya azishi makarona. Namwambia you see this party called this for Morara. Inject party. We are the members of that party. We are injecting this government. So somebody's like is not like understanding whose person is this. we had the story, I went. So nikamwambia like, hey, like now I have someone mwenye akona alikula pesa yangu mtamweka ndani. Baby. We talked there, akaniambia na unless na uende ako happy. No, I had want to report a case for assault. See, there is a story I shared when I went to Utawala. A Felix to meet a friend of mine we had met online. That time I had that in me disease. So when now the previous night, I was almost assaulted in that club because I went there. I was with my friend. She had ordered for a rice. We had met online, so she had ordered for a rice and beef. Then I took coffee. See you see coffee has caffeine.
Yeah, caffeine.
So it triggered my bipolar. So these people, they are impatient, like they don't want me to pay. So I just said I don't want even to pay. So I was causing drama elsewhere. Then I went on checking the bills. See the counter. I'm an item in it. I just logged into their system.
You entered?
Yes, I entered. Then I found those guys, they are not paying tax. Then I was asking them, why are you giving me this bill of around 1,500? It doesn't have tax. Then I've seen, because I could see that there was some limit. So these guys were like panicking. I took the receipts. So these guys were just on my case.
You entered the cashier?
Yes. I looked their system and checked that they are not paying the tax. So I took the receipts. I didn't want to give them the receipt. I told them I want to work to KRA. I report them and get arrested. So they were fighting me back now. So the only thing now is that not the guy who had dropped me. The Uber driver was my personal friend. He knew my condition because he saw the condition when I lost my mother. The way I was behaving. You know, that guy had moved to the next house, so he was coming to my house at least. So when we were going, because they hakuwa na pesa. In fact, I gave him some money. I don't know how much I gave him. Because he aliwaambia ati wewe jamaa alikuja kwa nyumba akanipea pesa. So with me, my one condition, when I'm sick, I do give money. Regardless of what, I do give money. So in the process now, after moving now from that police station, so I went down to report. Because at the resort now, there were so many bad people, even their scars you were told. But I thank God I was not harmed. But these people didn't knew that I was sick, that I had bipolar. So that's what I'm saying. What if those many watchmen could hit me with a rungu?
Yeah, they could.
And think maybe that I'm a thief.
Yeah.
So I just went to that askari. I just want to report that I was assaulted. So askari ananiambia, now what you need to do, maybe unless now you go to the hospital of Utawala and report the case. I didn't report the case. I left at that case because during that time my mind iko too up and down. Una run a million things. A million things at one time. Nikateremka nikapata mtu wa welding. Nikamwambia nataka unichome gate. Gate ni pesa ngapi? Do not this guy I believe nikamwacha mpaka na ambangu. Funny thing, I'm very wise. Mimi simu yangu unaona this phone. Because I know even the criminals wana contract because of their phone. So nikiacha simu yangu kwangu kwa nyumba, you can't even trace me. So like this person, like after 1 hour, I'll call now my wife. Alipitia hapa sasa hii zile mzee waka akasema nini mtengeneza geti. Tumeagree mpaka pay 50,000. Anataka 20,000 deposit and chuma. Hey, my wife anamwambia, no, that person is sick. Ako wapi? Alikuja hapa na akaenda. Nikateremka hivyo. Nikapatana na agai. Okay, there is a place now nimenunua hapa hivyo pia. Shamba. Next hapa hivyo akona shop. Mimi nimelax sina hata ni bobo mimi hata. Nimelax hapa hivyo tubeka hapo. Then this guy amekuja. Mimi nilimwamba nini sasa maji. 5 liters. Sio ndogo. Because me when I'm on bipolar, I like taking much water. Because hiyo ndio nafikiria hii nani cool. So kwanza alinipatia 1 liter nikakunywa ikaisha akasema akanambia then there's a neighbor mwenye alikonga hapo tu kando hivi. Amekuja. Nikamuona. Kumuona then nikamwambia walikuwekea stima. No, sasa mimi nikaingia sasa kwa gari yake. Sasa nikachukua with that new water. Tunaongea story niambia like walikuwekea stima. Ndio I wanted to take it to KPLC. These people they have to fix this mini stima. They don't know who I am. Kijana kana they am talking. Mimi ogiangi hivi. Niambia how much are you selling your car? Kaniambia 1.5. Nikamwambia you can't take 1.3. Kaniambia then sasa unadawa ni job basi hiyo tuende mimi nitakaa paki wewe uende job la tutarudi. Jamani kama aliogopa. By the way I had a jacket yake sisi hivi nikatoa ikamgumu atia akaenda.
Ukampea?
Nee. Ikampea. So nimekuja TV sasa ninatembea sasa hivi. I met a certain lady. Hawking tea and mandazi. Then I'm like this lady I'm hungry. So I wanted to do ile nini test. Roger test now to her.
Test.
I mean, I'm very hungry.
Kama atakupea.
Kama atakupea. Mbaya that lady alinipea nini chai mimi. Niambia mimi sasa na pesa mimi na stay hapo but wewe halitupea hivi. Mimi nilipea chai na mandazi. I'm just seated there. Guess what? I found a guy who was schooling with ushago kabisa sasa ni kwetu. Anakuja ako na waya ya stima. Anakuja kuweka nini sasa stima. Then I'm just starting and unadu nini hapa? Akaniambia mimi sasa sikiza I don't work nowadays I do hack accounts za watu na nini na and by the money stealing the money. Do you have nini hapa ATM? Alikuwa na Jacob. Do you know the guy gave me the ATM? Mimi namwambia me I can hack the money ipite through the account yake nitoe. They are cool. Nikamwambia I was doing some just near to hapo kwangu. That lady by the way she didn't even ask for any money. Alikuja nikawabaya chai nao mandazi ndasi hapo hivyo.
Kwa baya mkawaitishia.
Nikawaitishia sasa. And we went. So after while, I told the guy, if you want to go to know my place, so you just next nini plot hapo iwenda huko kwa gate. So fanya alienda huko, akamwambia James ako huko, juu nilimtime. Alikuwa anadoi zile piping za stima. So nikamfanya tu piping hivi. Venye aliona ametime hivi, nikamfuata pia mimi. So I was
unaenda sasa kufix stima.
Wapi sini I want now to run. So I'm not playing hide and seek. Akaenda kwa nyumba so in the process ya kutoka hivi. Nikaona nikadivert na njia. Hatukuonana nao. So tukaona nao tena sasa.
Na bado kuna ATM yake.
So tukatoka in the process sasa. I took now my neighbor. My neighbor unajua like is not a guy mwenye tunaongeanga na yeye. Hizo stories za mshene like unasikia like this guy because I could see is a guy mwenye anakanao watoto batiana na mimi bibi. But I could hear the neighbor but say that the wife had an affair with another man in their mama at Mania home. I had to go there by the way. Nikaenda huko nikamwambia there is this thing nasikia ni kweli. The guy in fact confessed by the nikamwambia by the nikamwambia nikamwambia nasikia roho inaniambia na nikamwambia what you need to do story of forgiveness. Jamaa kamili and we read even by the Bible. Tukasoma. Do you know the guy nikamwambia you go to church but you take alcohol kidogo. Nikamwambia you need now to stop taking alcohol. Tukaenda mpaka kwake. The guy opened the fridge. So when I opened the fridge, there's a time steamer haikuanga. They had this need the solid fat. Nikamwambia this solid fat haiko nipo kwa health unafaa utegemea ya nini sana. Tukaongea hivyo naye ongea na hivi. Nikamwambia by the if fan me nimenunua hapa shamba chini. Tukataramka na mpaka hapo kwangu there is a place at Dakar a septic tank. In the process of kurudi sasa kwa home sasa tuko na yule jamaa wa stima yule wa home. This neighbor we are discussing from nowhere there's a guy mwenye anani drop na pikipiki from Kamulu State now to home. Akaniona, kiongozi, kuniona, you know when you are in that mood, those words they just they just trigger you. Kiongozi akaona sasa anaenda sasa presidency, nikakimbia nikapanda pikipiki yao. Ndio hiyo nimetoka. So president anaona, now you see these guys, hawajui ni nani huyo. Mimi nimeenda. Mimi nikaenda tukazunguka hivyo nini kwangu kwa nini shamba yangu, because I had an idea. I go to the hospital. Kids you can ambia no, you are doing the wrong thing. So when at least wambie bibi, you are going to hospital, because pia hata nilikuwa nimefaizi open shoes, I had some dust. At least I freshen up ndio niende. So we had to relax if to then I did that my card, medical card. Ndio nikasema sasa hapa, so kuniona I saw my in-law amepacked up nje, nikakuja tukaongea tu now some things I could talk some sensible things wanafanana nyanya na kweli, unaongea vitu za kitambo, memories, unaona sasa hivyo. Nikaoga, so nikaangalia mimi I want to dress, natakaza mnichukue mpaka town kwa CEO kwanza tuongee naye
kazini
job. Sasa nikadress to say mats, nikamwambia kwanza I need to watch also sasa. So that's when I saw now my doctor. Seeing now my doctor, nikamwambia leo hata hautanieleza sasa wewe. Me sasa now my case ni ngumu, but now my doctor is someone who is very easy. He understands me better. Remember James, I want you to go to Chiromo, and I want them, I'm writing here, they give you a presidential suit. You know now he's trying to entice you now. You relax there, then now we talk. That's when I went there. After I went there, that's when now I was admitted. But then those drugs, they are very strong. Because I remember I told them, I don't want injections, but I was given some tablets. They are called like, okay, in other words, they call them stopper. Stopper, it's when you are high, there are some drugs now they just give you. Once you just take those drugs, unanyamaza, even opening a mouth you can't open. You can't open even about. Unarelax tu hivyo.
Unanyamaza.
Ulimi na kwa mzito, you can't even like talk ama sijui na nini. I just left there for like 3 days. I'm like, uzingizi aishi. Na amusha tu unasema, ukiguza hivi unasikia mashindano umedunga, but you don't remember. Ukichukua nini. After 3 days, now like I'm staying there for 1 week. Now I'm now talking, now the second day. My doctor came. No, the first day. My doctor came. James, how are you doing? Now I'm calling myself Dr. James. Dr. James, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. In fact, I came here. I'm almost even discharging some 2 patients. So I'm not saying myself that I'm a patient. I came here, I found them guys who have bipolar. But the funny thing, those guys, me were church that I'm a doctor and I have a cure for bipolar. Nah, wali amini. They believed me. So every place I went, wananifuata. Daktari, what? So daktari akamisha kaniambia, okay, there's a consultation room now where now you talk now to your doctor. Akaniambia, James, me I'm going home. Rudi hapo ndani where you are sick. I felt bad. Sick how now? So in that evening, that's when I was given medicine. So when I was given now medicine now, you are being now taken to some courses. But it's a good hospital. You are being taught about bipolar, about the delusions. So that's when I learned what I had was delusions, that I'm a doctor. Not necessarily. So in the process now, after 5 days, I was okay. I was discharged because my medical cover was running very high. That's why I said, like you see in Chiromo. I stayed there for 5 days, and they paid around 195,000.
Wow.
Yes. So tell me, for a poor person here wanting to seek in
That's why they run mad. Wow. Guys, that was a very, very inspiring story, and having someone talking from their horse's mouth of what they have gone through and the episode they've had, it's not easy. It's something that we really need to talk about as a society, because I've done now 3 episodes of mental health and addiction, and according to what I'm getting is the limelight, or at the long run, is that it's not addressed as it's supposed to be addressed, especially in Kenya, by the government, by family, by people around us. It's neglected. As long as you're physically all right, who cares about the mental health? Something we cannot see, who cares about it? But in fact, according to what I'm getting to know now, is that mental health is very, very crucial, because if you get an episode of bipolar when you're outside, you might be attacked. You might be attacked, people thinking you're a thief, or like he said, he went and told people to eat, to drink, and you cannot be able to pay. These people will beat you. They'll think you came to play in their business. They don't know you're having an episode. So it's something that we really need to put keen on. And I'm feeling so delighted to have shared these experiences so that we can have an enlightenment in the society, because this is a society issues that are supposed to be addressed. And I really hope one day, and very, very soon, that we are going to have the opportunity that we'll hear more people coming out to discuss about such issues. We'll hear more people coming out to say how they got help and how they've changed, how their lives are better. Like, we'll have a positive attribute to all of this. We really appreciate your time for today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you.
Oh, Chantel, you have something for our guests.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so thank you so much for having us.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for coming to the show. We appreciate
Thank
and
you.
thank you.
Welcome.
Bye bye, guys. Have a nice evening. Please subscribe to We Talk Show on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. Just follow us, subscribe, because we'll have more of this. We can, if you don't want to come on the set, you can send anonymous message, email. I'll put my email address. You can put an email across where you can write your story, and we can share it for you. You don't have to come on the set. If you're maybe the shy type, you don't want to come on the set to be seen on the camera. The people who are camera shy, I understand. We love you guys so much. Have a blessed evening. Love you.